Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Right, yes. Tonight we are going to have a very exciting match indeed. We are going to be having the Div 2 Grand Finals. Of course, we are going to be watching Wine and Cheese going up against Fruit Salad. I do believe I have Vetia already in the Discord. Vetia, are you there? I don't hear anything. I don't think I'm facing a little bit of audio issues right now. But yeah, I do see Vetia inside the Discord. I think it's just gotta get some stuff set up before we can start to hear him once again. Yeah, hello. Welcome once again. This is going to be the final match for the Div 2 bracket. Tonight we will be having Wine and Cheese facing off against Fruit Salad. Of course, Fruit Salad was pushed into the lower bracket by Wine and Cheese, and well, they're back and they want their championship title. And Wine and Cheese, of course, want to keep that title for themselves as well. So, just waiting on my co-caster slash analyst to get everything sorted out before we are going to be able to hear him at all. But yeah, in terms of predictions, I'm not too sure what is going to go down. We saw how they performed, you know, with Fruit Salad taking the first map previously 2 weeks ago. And just Wine and Cheese just turning it around once Vetia got that back cap. So, I mean, who knows? We might see the same thing coming out from Vetia again. You know, Vetia gonna work his voodoo magic and then just, you know, turn things around. As everyone always knows, there is that 2-0 curse that whenever you get a 2-0 lead, the other team is just gonna go and have a comeback and just take the map from under your nose. But, yeah, the night is still young. We are scheduled to start at 9 o'clock. I do believe majority of the players from both sides are in the server already. Yeah, we do have everyone inside the server already, so we're just gonna wait for them to ready up. And I believe the first map is going to be Gully Wash. And yeah, that is going to be the first map for tonight. The maps in the pool tonight are going to be Gully Wash, Snake Water, and then CP Process will be that final tiebreaker map. So fingers crossed that we make it all the way there. And there we go. I can hear Vetia now. I can hear that typing. There you go. Hello. Hi.
Dostal readest me.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi. I don't think you can hear me at all. Is it going to be a connection issues? Just checking with each other if we can hear. No, he can't hear me. Right. So let me try and reconnect. Hello.
Situation.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. That was very troublesome. I apologize.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Right. Yeah. So they are gonna be have all the players already inside. So let's just hop in and take a look. Right, so in terms of predictions, who do you think is going to come out for the first map, CP Gully Wash?
Gully has always, based on what I've seen, been like it. I've said this multiple times on stream before, but Gully always favors the team that is potentially going to lose.
Oh.
Gully has sort of it has the equalizing it has the equalizing factor whereby if a team is in some ways weaker than the other, they will tend to come out on top of Gully Wash. Gully Wash, so of course I don't wanna I did say that I thought Fruit Salad was gonna roll SYJ, and you know that didn't happen. So I don't wanna make any cold predictions again.
Oh yeah.
But I do believe Wine and Cheese is the stronger team and that they will come out on top. But I believe at this point that Fruit Salad will probably take Gully Wash for themselves.
Alright, so let's just we'll just have to wait and see if that plays out. Of course, Gully Wash, for those of you who caught the match between Fruit Salad and Wine and Cheese, we all know the fabled moment where we had a lovely Vetia, the Voodoo Boy, getting that back cap with 2 health. So who knows, we might see the same shenanigans coming out tonight. I really hope we do, because that was really hilarious and really funny. But yeah, we got a lot to look forward to tonight. Once again, the map pool is going to be Gully Wash, followed by Snake Water, and then CP Process is going to be that tiebreaker map. So, in terms of players to look out for, who do you think is going to shine on Gully Wash tonight?
Both teams have really decent players, but if there's anyone that I think is going to perform very well, it's Shinka.
Oh.
Shinka his entire season of AsiaFortress demonstrated that he is a fantastic scout. He has both the DM and like the game sense to, you know, pull his team together and really crush, I guess, the other team. I'm not really able to take a look at the other scouts on on
Wine
Fruit
and
Salad.
Cheese? Fruit Salad, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Vetia is really, in my opinion, all DM. He plays a lot of MGE. His game sense isn't on top of the point, but if he's able to take 1v1s against other scouts, he probably has a 70% chance of coming out on top, which is
right, that's
his thing.
true, yeah. So, I mean, of course, previously on the previous match as well, between Fruit Salad and Wine and Cheese, we actually saw Shinka, you know, off-class the spy, and actually get that huge medic pick, allowing them to capture the point for their team and effectively win that map as well. So that was definitely a very big play coming up from Shinka. It does look like he is going to be the one to off-class and do carry out all those plays for their team. And of course, Vetia, as you mentioned, a very, very scary scout to go up against 1v1. So definitely something that the Fruit Salad players have to look out for as well. There is going to be a slight roster shuffle too for Fruit Salad, I believe. No Game Sense is not going to be playing tonight. So that is quite a bit of a shame. We saw him play earlier on. He is a really scary player to go up against as well. But they are going to bring in, I believe, Destiny and Slayer are going to be the 2 solis for Fruit Salad tonight. So I'm pretty sure they're still going to be able to work together fairly alright. Those 2 soldiers are, they are good in their own right. So
I want to correct some things that I just said. If you underestimate Aqua, you are dead.
Oh, right.
Aqua is, I would say that the stars of this show would definitely be Aqua and Shinka, because right now they form the duality of like Div 2 scouts that are really just on top of their game. I was watching the previous upper bracket finals, and the moment they put Aqua in on scout on the most DM heavy map in all of Team Fortress 2, which is Viaduct, Aqua just pounded. It was amazing. So Aqua definitely a player to watch out for. But I'm kind of biased because I'm a scout player myself, and I tend to look at how it's so.
Right. Yeah, so definitely the scout's going to be something that both teams have to look out for. And I will have to take a quick break for a moment. Apparently there is someone at my door. But yeah, feel free to add on any comments that you have for both teams. I will be right back.
Alright. So one thing I want to say about Fruit Salad is they have a fantastic demo. In terms of presence, Surf is one of the best demos in Div 2 right, if not the best demo in Div 2 right now. Like Teddy Bar has the ability to push out damage, but Surf just has the ability to make sure that when you're walking forward, he can keep you back. and that's invaluable in like today's meta, because when you're playing as a demo, you don't really have the damage potential that you did as a demo back in like maybe 2012 or something. And so presence is something you really need to be able to make sure that the enemy team is constantly checking, slowing them down, and Surf just has the ability to do that as well. And if we're gonna be talking about soldiers, Duo is an extremely good playmaker in terms of Div 2 standards. He just knows the jumps, he knows the ins and out of playing. You know, he's been playing this game for a really long time. And Destiny is a soldier that can put out damage. Like, Destiny can put out a huge amount of damage, but only if he has the same amount of kills. In Asia, I guess I would just call him a meat shield pocket. Like, he can do it. He can like chunk damage into the enemy team, but if he's not getting healed, that's like the last thing he'll be able to do.
Alright, yeah, so definitely gonna have to work together with this medic to get get anything done. Of course, he is gonna be the pocket for Fruit Salad tonight, so pretty sure he is gonna be able to get those heals coming out from Apples. We will have the rosters right now. I'm gonna go through the roster for Fruit Salad. The scouts, of course, will be Apples and Joey. The solis, of course, are going to be Destiny as well as Slayer. Devilman is going to be the one and only Surf once again, and Apples this time around is going to be playing the medic. And as for Wine and Cheese, here we go. We do have both scouts, Vetia and Shinka. The solis are going to be Dream as well as Duel. Teddy Bar going to be the one and only Demoman, and Alloy will be our German healing man. So once again, we're just going to be waiting for the remainder players to ready up before we can start the match proper. And for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome once again. Tonight we are going to be having the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 2 Bracket Grand Finals. This is going to be a battle between Wine and Cheese as well as Fruit Salad. Both teams, of course, want to have that coveted title of the champions of the Div 2 bracket. And I do believe I actually do have a message coming in from somebody shouting out to the players of Fruit Salad. Just give me a moment.
Fruit Salad, I hope for a fantastic match tonight. SYJ versus Fruit Salad was really good, but I definitely would say that Fruit Salad's roster that night was significantly weaker than this one.
Ooh,
so gonna be watching some excellent TF2 and...
Oh yeah, definitely. Hoping for those lovely plays coming from both teams. Lovely shots, lovely picks, and of course, lovely drops as well. As we can see, I mean, even during the pre-game, already Shinka is going to be off-classing straight away to Sniper. So this could possibly be something that we will see later on. Just give me a moment. I'm trying to find where that message is. It's actually coming in from the previous medic of Fruit Salad, which is BB, who is currently in Australia due to military commitments. But he did give a shout out to his teammates who are going to be taking the taking part of the match tonight. Of course, he did mention something else that I have to. I can't find where he is right now though on my friends list. I can't find out, but he mentioned something about telling his team that if they don't bring back a golden dragon, he's gonna unfriend them, something along that line. So I'm pretty sure they know what that's about. They're gonna have to bring their A game tonight, definitely, if they want to get that coveted golden dragon for their team. So we'll just have to wait and see. The only person, there we go, right, that's the moment we're gonna talk about reading up, and here we are. They are gonna be reading up. The name's still up on the right side though. I don't think the config was there we go. Right, so we are going to be live.
Our time on this server. AF rules, guys. Come
Oh,
on.
definitely.
Get with the times.
So once again, AF, no need to, have those troublesome executing the configs and having to stop the match halfway. Those kind of stuff ain't gonna happen right now. But yeah, gonna follow Surf for his rollout to mid. Fairly standard rollout. Gonna reach mid right here, grab the medium health pack and start spamming at that big door. Gonna have a couple of people coming in already. We do see the two scouts, Vetia as well as Shinka, working together, jumping all the way. Soli's gonna be jumping onto the midpoint already. The Very, very lovely term we use called the nipple onto the midpoint. But they are going to be losing quite a number of players. Dream, Teddy Bar, and Alloy get taken down during the mid-fight. That is pretty huge. Shinka tries to go toe-to-toe against Slayer. Verti tries to follow him up, but that is going to be that. Duel currently alone on the point, trying to take down anyone at all, but that is going to be the only scout getting taken down. Duel currently at 22 and finally getting finished off. So mid-fight, man, into the hands of Fruit Salad.
I'm not actually sure what happened there. I wasn't... Like, I'm pretty sure that the aggression from... I mean, the positioning from Surf was just a lot better. He put damage into the scouts first, and that was going to give them the mid a bit easier. And, you know, DM-wise, I guess, you know, Fruit Salad just committed in faster than... We're going to be seeing some off-classes coming out from both Shinka and Verti. Verti going on Pyro to deny that Uber. Seeing them coming into River. Not sure if he knows that they're there, but classic standard push. They have full Uber ad and it's dwindling away, so they gotta go... They gotta... actually take out the sentry first. I would like to see them take out the sentry from main.
That's right. So right now Shinka has that level 2 currently up. Uber is going to be popped, of course. The Pyro Verti trying to comp blast everything away, trying to burn that Sully down as well, but the Uber Flash comes in and saves his life. Fruit Salad are going to lose 2 players at the moment though. Make that, wow, a lot. 4 players. The only people up being Destiny. Currently standing on point on his own, trying to get as much capture time, but he's going to be finished off in the end. The only person up going to be Aqua, rotating around towards the Shadow, trying to get a sneaky positioning up onto the locker right there. The only person on the point is going to be Duel. I do believe Aqua has spotted him. It's going to be a DM fight on the final point, but Aqua gets finished off. So nice try, trying to get that back cap, but it's just not going to play through.
That push was really questionable in my opinion. Destiny tried to go in for the solo Uber and well, not really solo, but he tried to jump in first. But we're going to be going into this, and that was like unsuccessful. We're going to be going into this mid fight.
Uber
actually gets dropped by his medic.
Yeah, Uber is going to be popped onto Dream, though. Dream wants to get that medic pick and finally does so successfully, but this medic gets taken out by Surf coming from behind him as well. So Surf taking out the medic for the side of Wine and Cheese, but Fruit Salad, man, they're going to be losing so many players. 4 players down, the only person up being Slayer as well as Aqua. Aqua just bouncing around on the mid fight, somehow being able to pick up the remaining of Wine and Cheese. So very good plays coming from Aqua indeed. Like you mentioned, man, his DM is really scary.
He chose the perfect moment to clean up. Everyone was below like half health and he just beat-shotted the soldier, picked off that scout, easy game, no, like that's nothing to say, he played that perfectly.
Very nice plays coming up from Fruit Salad, and indeed they recapture that point. They are just going to be getting into positions once again. Both teams of course yet to have that Uber charge up and ready. We are going to see Vetia as a Pyro once again, this time you know, Shinka gonna move his sentry up onto the left side of the spawn instead. Currently still level 1, but he's gonna move it back around instead of keeping it where it is, moving it a little bit far back so it doesn't catch any spam. Reflex coming from Verti trying to toss those rockets back into River. Ubers, of course, are gonna be equal, so both teams will have Ubers up and ready to go whenever they decide to push. Aqua gets taken down by Dream though.
Aqua was relentlessly pistoling that sentry and Dream was just not having any of that.
Wow, so that is going to be 1 scout down. A slight number added into the hands of Wine and Cheese, but of course I don't think they're too keen on pushing out as of yet. Both medics will have that Uber charge ready to go. We are going to have a level 3 7th man on the left side of the spawn this time around. Apple's going to be together with Destiny up top inside River. And just spamming out some damage onto the entirety of Wine and Cheese. He knows where the sentry is, he's trying to spam it down. A couple of lovely rockets eventually does take it down, though, so that is going to be the 7th man down for Wine and Cheese. They are still holding on to their last point. Both teams yet to pop their Uber charge. Medics, of course, keeping that finger off the right click. Duel is going to be inside River, though, just hiding there waiting for people to overextend, while the rest of the players just watch up top. So Wine and Cheese and Fruit Salad just standing off and just trying to get hold of the situation to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's a slow game. You know, this is grand finals. First round of screw up is going to be extremely demoralizing. And, you know, blue team, as in Fruit Salad, have already screwed out 1 push. So they're trying to play the slow game, wait for the team to make mistakes first, and then after that push in. But obviously that just means that we're going to be standing around here spamming. Gully Wash lasts for just the longest time. Pretty
much what is going to go down. 25 minutes and 12 seconds counting down on the server clock. Both teams, of course, just spamming at each other, but Slayer's going to be the first one down, taken out by Duel. So Duel are going to be coming in from God knows where, taking down their players right now. He's going to go back into the spawn to get that resub. So that is going to be a very, very slight, but you know, slight number add, and it does look like they are going to be pushing up top inside River though. Dream going to be pushing up through River aggressively, going to eat quite a lot of rockets, catching them with his forehead, but he's going to be fine with his medic right beside him, just tossing out rockets at Destiny. Destiny, of course, wants to get that pick as well. The Uber is going to get forced and popped though. Medic pops the Uber to save Dream's life. He's just gonna jump around, try to take down those people who are not looking around at all. They finally get picked and finished off. And there we go, the counter push
really
coming
bad.
in.
Yeah, well, like...
The medic though, the medic standing in the middle of all the carnage, gets destroyed. Alloy! Just a little bit of bad placement right there. So the Uber couple are going to try to capture the point, but they're going to be surrounded by everyone. Wine and Cheese flood into the point. The only person not being Apples right now, just running for his dear life, going to be singled out by the scout. Going to be sandwiched in between Vetia as well as the Solly finally getting picked off.
He probably should have suicided earlier, because if he's not going to get out, and especially since like Alloy died so early in the fight, now they're just going to be fighting at a disad and a number disad. No heals whatsoever. So they're going to be backing off straight to mid.
Yep.
And they'll potentially lose mid, because this is a pretty significant 50% Uber advantage. They're going to be walking. And I don't know, I'm hoping to see Wine and Cheese edge their way in here without popping the Uber, because that's optimally what you want to get.
Yep, we are going to have Surf with a couple of sticky traps set up as well. This hasn't picked off anyone yet to detonate those stickies. The Fruit Salad players are going to be hanging a little bit far back on their side of the midpoint, whereas Wine and Cheese not too keen on pushing it as of yet. They are going to have that Uber charge ready to go right now though. Surf just spamming his pipes down that corridor, down into the choke, trying to get any damage down onto whoever decides to peek through there. Players for the side of Fruit Salad just hanging around on their side. Players for the side of Wine and Cheese just watching all angles. Shinka and Vetia going to be watching the big door, while the Solly's going to be watching up top as well near choke. So in the meantime, once again, you know, the more time they delay is just giving Fruit Salad some time to build their charge. So
the ad is the
ad is gone now, from like 50% ad to, well, 0 right now. Apple's gonna have his Uber charge up and ready to go. Both medics gonna be all shiny and ready for any pushes that comes in. Shinka spots the 2 scouts at big door, just gonna toss out a couple of shots right there, but it's just nothing much than just tickling those other scouts for the side of Fruit Salad. So yeah,
like while we're sitting here just watching them spam, I want to talk about Asian TF2 a little bit. Like, Asian TF2 used to be famed as being overly aggressive, but now like the tables have turned and we're watching them just sit there dwindling away a 50% advantage. Like that's not what
the scout gonna be coming in though. That is gonna be Shinka running and trying to get picks on anyone. He does get a couple of damage down onto Apples, who's gonna force his Uber charge. So this is gonna be a much better Uber for the side of Wine and Cheese. Dream gonna be jumping in onto the point, tries to take down the Solly right there. Destiny gonna eat quite a lot of damage, but he's gonna live to see another day. Just waiting for the heals coming in from his medics. So both medics do lose that Uber. A very, very slight but negligible ad into the hands of Apples right now. So mid fight, of course, the midpoint still into the hands of Fruit Salad. That push coming in from Wine and Cheese. Shinka tried to make something happen, but they are going to be losing 3 players with Vetia spawning in right now. Duo and Teddy Bar the only players down. Dream goes down as well, so that is going to be quite a sizable number out into the hands of Fruit Salad. Apple's just going to try to re-heal all his teammates back up once again.
That was just a disastrous push, and you know, it could have gone much better, but Dream unfortunately just wasn't able to pick up enough players. I would say that it was on the part of Apples and the rest of his team backing out immediately the moment they knew that Uber was going to fade.
Yep, so very good decision coming out from Fruit Salad, of course. Vetia gonna be going back onto that Pyro once again. Joey just trying to pistol down anyone, just tossing out a little bit of damage. So Uber is gonna go into the hands of Apple right now. They do have a 10% ad, but I don't think they're gonna capitalize on that. It's gonna be a little bit risky play. Decide to push in with just 10%. Yeah, once again, we are just gonna be watching a spam fest going down Riverside all the way into the main room. But there we go, they pop the Uber in the end. Vetia trying to comp blast everyone away. The Scout's gonna try to cause as much damage as possible with the late Uber popped by the side of Wine and Cheese. Shinka gonna be shiny right now, trying to chase down Aqua inside the Riverside, but Fruit Salad, man, they're losing so many players right now. Destiny and Slayer the only ones up. It does look like they are gonna be backing out. Slayer gonna be hiding inside the lower lobby though. Nobody yet to spot Slayer. It looks like Slayer's gonna do a Vetia voodoo magic trick though. Oh no, he decides to back out in the end. So yeah, quite a lot of people stacking the point, so not something that Slayer will be able to out-cap in the end. So mid-fight is probably going to go underway once again. Aqua going to be a sniper this time around. Joey spots Shinka inside the big door, just going to spam him down. And Shinka just going to back out to grab some more health. And mid-fight, of course, currently nothing going on, but Aqua gets the kill onto Alloy, though. That is going to be the medic down for Wine and Cheese. The players are not going to be in the healthy range. Lots of spam going to be coming in. Apple's going to be really low as well, though. He is going to finally be taken down by Dream. So that is going to be the medic down for both sides. Aqua, of course, Apple's going down much later.
Dream needs to help his Scout right now. Oh, they played that really well. Like, they Dream and Shinka were just baiting each other correctly. That was pretty fun to watch. And so far, what I have to say about Wine and Cheese is that their Uber pushes. Well, actually, what I have to say about Fruit Salad is that their Uber pushes have been significantly less stellar, but their post-DM fights are always, or usually just see them coming out on top. So I don't know, Wine and Cheese needs to step up their post-DM a bit. Because their Ubers aren't exactly the best either, it's just that Fruit Salad is just performing a little less better in those pushes.
Yep, so currently now Fruit Salad going to be defending their final point. We do have Aqua and Joey as engineer as well as a pyro respectively. The sentry going to be set up on the right side behind the crates. Aqua going to be taken down to 5 health. He's going to be able to get back into that resup room to get his health back up into the healthy range. Both medics will have that Uber charge relatively shortly. Ella going to have his ready to go with Apples at 86% and counting. Destiny man peeking around trying to get any pick at all. Going to eat quite a lot of damage, but the medic right beside him going to bring him back up once again. And just peeking around trying to get shots down onto people. He does get some lovely damage down onto Teddy right there. Teddy is going to be hanging around inside the river. Going to reunite with his medic to get those heals up. Shinka and Joey are going to be going down. Both teams, of course, not too keen on pushing in as of yet, though.
Not sure what Shinka was up to there. He ran down in under, and I think he kind of wanted to get a pick, but also got caught at the same time, so he just went for it, and Joey, unfortunately, was the victim.
So Joey does successfully somehow able to defend that point against Shinka right there. I believe worked together with the engineer to take down Shinka. So Shinka is going to be sporting it as a spy once again. Let's try to see if we can get onto his perspective. What I want to see is medic pick, of course. He is going to be cloaking right now, changing into a friendly sniper. God knows why. Just probably trying to scare the other team into position. Trying to show that he's a different class.
Probably convincing. He's probably convincing them that he's gone sniper.
So he was spotted by another player that he was a sniper. So they're probably gonna call out, we saw a sniper. Shinka's gonna be cloaked under the point right now, waiting to see if he can do any pick at all. He's just trying to single out. He knows where the medic is. He spots him up inside the shutter. He's gonna slowly inch his way through secret. Not through secret, but we have to point out that Joey is still a pyro, so might be a little bit dangerous for Shinka though.
Well, the last thing a 6's pyro wants to be doing at this point is spy checking, especially they think
cloaking. He's cloaking. He's right behind the medic though. Oh!
He forgot to
He forgot to change his disguise. He was still a friendly sniper. Oh my God, Shinka, please. But Ubers are going to be traded right now. Destiny going to be shiny. Huge mishap coming up from Shimka though. That would have been a massive pick, but he forgot to disguise. There's going to be someone trying to stand on the point. Lovely rocket taking down Aqua right there mid-air, but duel is going to be finished off in the end. Destiny going to hide it inside secret right now. A lot of players are going to be dropping Surf, Joey, Aqua, Duel, and Teddy, but Apple's going down as well. The only person not being Slayer, and all they had to do was stand on the point. First point goes to Wine and Cheese.
That was just hilarious and sad to watch. But yeah, the two scouts from Wine and Cheese just played that decently well. Shinka and Buddy coming in to clean up all the frags.
Oh dear God, that was hilarious indeed. Oh, but yeah, mid-fight.
Well, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end indeed, so good job. Wine and Cheese do snag that first point cap. Teddy Bar going to be on the midpoint trying to spam out the stickies, and a lot of people going to be taking down Apples as well. That's a huge picks coming up from Wine and Cheese. Loads of players. Slayer going to be at 51, going up against Devilman. Well, not anymore. The only person up going to be Destiny. Trying to get any sneaky picks. He jumps up top into that balcony area. He's going to be spotted and finished off mid-air. It's going to be a full wipe during the mid-fight.
In this day and age, every single pocket or roamer will just expect that spot. We've got Aqua going up on Sniper and River, and well, he's gotten off one good body shot, but based on the positioning of, well, actually based on the ad, I want to see someone take something through Shutter here, because a lot of teams don't expect that, and actually they are going in straight through Shutter. Not sure if they know that there's a sentry. They were going to be not really finding anything, but Aqua's the first to go down on Sniper. The sentry actually is not it. The sentry's not there. The sentry's gone.
Sentry just getting decimated almost immediately, but they do sort of miss that final push though. They do take down more players than they drop.
They still have number ad.
Yeah, they do still have that relatively sizable number ad, but of course Apples will have a very, very slight Uber ad. 76 going up against Alloy's 55. We're climbing up even faster, 87 once he's healing Destiny. So that is a relatively sizable Uber ad. It does look like they intend to gain some ground with this. but the players for the side of Wine and Cheese, they are just going to be backing out towards Choke. Duo going to be jumping inside River, just trying to spam down as much damage as he can onto the entirety of Fruit Salad. Just going to back out to reunite with his teammate. So currently, we are going to have Shinka as a heavy weapons guy, pushing all the way forward. Vetia going to be hiding inside the bushes, as we can see in the corner. A little voodoo bush hiding skills, I guess. Shinka just going to be hanging around Big Door.
I honestly don't know what I expect. I want this to work because it's hilarious to see Birdie's just baiting the scout and he doesn't think that it's going to be heavy there.
Shinka's just hiding around the corner with his Australian Tomislav, but the Uber is going to be popped for the side of Fruit Salad, and Birdie does take down Aqua. Lots of stickies going to be happening inside the Choke, but Fruit Salad yet to pick up anyone. Shinka will be finally taken down. There's going to be a heavy weapons guy down for the side of Wine and Cheese. Lots of players are going to be in the orange though for the side of Wine and Cheese. There you go, Surf drops down and finishes off Duel, and does look like midpoint is going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad.
There's Fruit Salad's positioning just put Wine and Cheese on the back foot there, I guess. I mean, I don't know why they decided to back out, but I guess, you know, once your positioning is out, you really just have to commit to whatever you're doing at the point in time.
Oh, Apples gets picked though. Apples gets picked by Dream. That is massive. The Uber ad goes back into the hands of Alloy. Alloy gonna eat a lot of damage, getting taken down into the double digits, 72. They're trying to recapture this second point right now, but Frusa, they are still standing strong. Aqua! Wow, picking up so many people. Slayer, of course, finishing off Alloy as well. The only person up being Dream for the side of Wine and Cheese, currently standing alone.
Just over-committed there. They picked up the medic and got overconfident, and then everyone just got swarmed by the rest of the players. I call it a classic AMC repush where Jumper dies and everyone just jumps in and kills everyone else.
Fruit Salad going to be pushing in right now. Apple's still standing strong at 92, and there they go. They just stand on the point and capture it for their team.
Tying up the game 1-1. So it depends on this mid fight, I think. Both teams have a lot of momentum going right now, so like none of them are like constantly on the back foot. So it's a fairly even game. We've got Surf going Big Door, actually establishing his dominance on Teddy Bar.
Oh, Teddy Bar eating so much damage! Joey and Arco working together, taking him down. Here we go. The Solis are going to be jumping onto the midpoint nipple right now. The Scouts, of course, jumping around as well, trying to take down anyone, and they do take down quite a number of people. Joey going to be singled out by the two Scouts working together and finally getting finished off. The only people up being Surf as well as the medic Apples. It does look like they are going to back out through Choke once again. But Alloy was taken down during the mid-fight exchange, though. Surf took him down with a lovely pipe. So that is going to be huge for the side of Fruit Salad. They do still have the medic alive. That Uber charge still on hand. Teddy Bar currently behind them. They're going to spam out the stickies, getting the force onto Apples. The Uber is going to be gone for Fruit Salad. The Solly going to try to stand on the point to take down the medic, who's currently shiny. Going to die to that pill to the face. So Doctor's medicine getting tossed about by Surf.
Back cap going on back there was a good strategy, but unfortunately the spawners were coming up. And we actually did see Surf doing the right thing and pushing back in with Q's advantage and Uber advantage to try and chase the Scouts away. So, you know,
yeah,
it all worked out for Fruit Salad in the end.
Very lovely plays and good choices coming in from Fruit Salad. Ubers are going to be in a slight advantage into the hands of Fruit Salad. 62 going up against 27 for Alloy, of course, and counting. Both teams just spamming each other out. Surf going to be the first on the bike that does during the last point exchange spam. Slayer going to be watching the balcony. Solly going to jump up though while Slayer just turns around and faces the other direction. Dream does get away scot-free. Going to go up against Teddy Bar right now. Teddy Bar going to eat quite a lot of damage. Lives to see another day at 36 health. Slayer going to be at 45 right now. Arrow's going to be coming in from Apples. Both medic for the side of Fruit Salad will have his supercharge ready. Just waiting on the players to get into position. Currently, the only off-classing they have for the side of Wine and Cheese are going to be Vetia and Shinka. Once again, a Pyro and a heavy weapons guy. Yet to see any engineer for this time around. It does look like they intend to switch it up a little bit. But both medics will have the Uber charge ready to go. And yeah, both teams not too keen on going in as of yet. Just another spam fest.
Yeah, it's all about the first mistake again. And I'm pretty sure that Destiny will likely be the first to make the move. And it's difficult. He has to force off the Uber and kill someone at the same time in order to make this a good push. So it really rides on his DM ability to make sure that his team comes out on top of this.
Right.
And yeah, until he gets some confidence spam and, you know, grows a pair, then we won't be seeing anything happening.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm not going in under.
Aqua gonna be sneaking and inching his way on the point. Gotta stand on the point though. Everyone's facing away. This is probably gonna be the distraction that they need. Destiny gonna inch his way forward. Get the Uber finally popped onto themselves. Pyro gonna be shining as well. Shinka gonna get it finished off by Destiny's rockets. Ubers are gonna end right now. Destiny gonna jump in on the point, getting the bomb, taking out multiple people right there. A lot of players gonna be dropping for the side of Wine and Cheese. The only people that are being Verdi trying his best to defend the point, but he gets finished off in the end.
That was actually really smart. Aqua baited everyone to the point and knew that his team was going to jump in and just commit on top of the people on the point, and it worked out. Much more damage to Wine and Cheese on that end.
Yeah, it worked out swimmingly, man. Absolutely beautiful for Fruit Salad. It worked out exactly how they planned it would. Everyone just turned around and focused them down, but that's all Fruit Salad need to push in with that distraction. And mid-fight is going to go underway right now. We do see Solly's jumping around. Dream going to be finished off. Verdi trying to go toe-to-toe against both Sollys at 9 health. Finally getting finished off mid-air by Joey. Going to get revenge on the Verdi right there. So the only people up. Ooh, Alloy together with Teddy Bar going to be going back onto the point. Once again, they do have that heal advantage to the scout. Joey just getting ragdolled all the way across the map. Aggressive bomb coming in from Slayer, trying to take down the medic. Teddy Bar going to be really low. Standing on his head, Slayer finally finishes him off. Alloy gets taken down as well. And Apple's going to be spawning in right now. Lovely air shot. But Slayer is going to bite the dust instead. Midpoint, of course, still up for grabs. Lovely air pipe coming out from Surf, taking out Duel mid-air. And, Wine and Cheese, they're losing so many players. Once again, Verdi and Shinka, the only ones at the front lines. Midpoint still up for grabs. And, Verdi going to be coming around, has his sights on Apple, tossing out some lovely damage. No one. And finally, Surf comes behind and protects his medic.
She's just watching Wine and Cheese desperately throwing players at the point, trying to stop it, but unfortunately, so based on the timing that they went in all one by one and died one by one as well, so that's going to put them on the back foot here. Even though it is even Ubers, but they do have quite a big number and, you know, positional disadvantage.
Yep, so that next point is going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad as well, but we are going to be seeing Verdi as a sniper. Just waiting for that medic headshot that I've been waiting for ever since forever. He's just going to try to get any pick at all. They are going to be clumping up at Riverside. They are going to be one solely down for the side of Wine and Cheese though. Duel is going to be dead, and the Uber is going to be popped onto Destiny. Aggressive bomb straight onto the medic, gets the Uber force. Pyro going to try his best to comp blast everyone away. The only person being Uber right now is going to be Destiny, who is currently inside Secret. Going to be rotating around. Joey going toe-to-toe against the Pyro. Going to get finished off in the end. Lots of Wine and Cheese players still up. Apple's currently alive with the Uber Sword. Takes down Drink. Going to be standing alone on the point, getting quite a lot of capture time, but just not enough. Surf still under the ground, takes down Verdi with that right click right there. Lots of damage with that sticky trap, going to take him down. Shinka going to eat a direct pipe to the face, but it's going to be all fine. Aqua going to be a spy right now, going to move his way forward. Yet to be spotted by the side of Wine and Cheese. I want to see if he can do any plays at all. The only people up currently watching the point is going to be Duel, with Dream jumping forward already. Trying to get the backstab. Now he does get the backstab successfully. Standing on the point, going toe-to-toe against the scout. Whips out his pistol, trying to finish the dog, but the point gets captured before he can do anything at all.
Verdi,
huge shame.
Everything. Oh, that was so... And he, like, Verdi, I saw Aqua take out the knife and was like trying to face stab him like...
Oh, yeah. Oh man, big shame. He could have almost got that back cap, but Verdi just comes in.
Unfortunately, yeah, Verdi's spawns were pretty much just luck right there.
Uber gets forced, I believe. Uber gets forced for the side of Wine and Cheese. Dream gonna jump forward to try to get damage down onto everyone. He's gonna remain shiny, trying to get picks down. He does get the pick down onto Sledge. They're gonna try to collect anything he can right now. He's just gonna back out onto the point once again. Medic for the side of Fruit Salad gonna hold on to that lovely Uber charge right now. Gonna be full with Alloy at 22%. Just waiting to get into position for the side to push into the midpoint.
I think that Wine and Cheese are definitely gonna have to back out here because that enemy team does have full Uber advantage and even numbers. So we've got actually Wine and Cheese pushing very heavily onto the.
Well, they're coming in from behind. They're coming in from big door right now. They're going to stand on the next point. We already have Verdi standing right there. Apples and Destiny are going to be caught out in a very bad place, but they will have the Uber chance to save their life. But they do manage to defend that next point. The only people up being... Oh! The sticky trap's coming out from Teddy Bar! Taking down Apples straight away on the point, as well as Aqua. That is... It's just huge! Wow!
I thought they saw the stickies, but then they were like, nah, and then they blew up.
Oh my goodness, that was so scary, and they're gonna lose so many players. The only person I'm gonna be, Aqua gonna be swapping out to Sniper, gonna try to get any pick at all. There's gonna be some stickers laid down at the big door. Teddy Bear gonna be watching big door as well, so Aqua gonna be rotating back around, trying to get his sights down onto Choke. Gonna try to get some shots down onto the scout, but just not connecting at all. Ubers are gonna be in the hand of Aloe right now. 100% going up against Apple's 47 and counting. Duel gonna make his way up inside River already. Aqua gonna try to get the headshot down before Duel can do anything, but Duel just gonna be backing off.
With full Uber at like, they need to go soon. There's actually only, I didn't really even realize, but there's only 4 minutes left on the clock, so they have to be doing something soon in order to tie up the game, or...
yeah, that's right, so 4 minutes and 25 seconds counting down, there they go, they decide to push in. Verdi gonna be coming in all shiny, trying to take down anyone at all. He's gonna stand on the point, uncontested. Aqua has to do something. Uber finally pulled for the side of Fruit Salad. They drop so many players though. Surf gonna try his best to capture and defend this point right now. Solly gonna be standing on the point, going toe-to-toe against Surf, takes him down, and they tie the match!
They tie the match? Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of big. I thought that Fruit Salad had it in the bag. I thought they successfully defended it, but Duel just came in and cleaned up on damage, killed Surf, and capped the point. And when you're a medic, there's not much you can do against a soldier that can bounce you up into the air off the point.
Oh yeah. Alright, so mid-fight, another mid-fight gonna be on the way. 3 minutes and 43 seconds counting down. Lots of stuff can happen in this time though, but if they have to do it, they have to do it now. So the Solly gonna be singled out by so many people. The only people that are gonna be Surf as well are Apples. Apples at 39 health. He has to run away. He is gonna somehow back out to last.
Oh, no.
He might be chased by Verdi though. Verdi.
Oh,
no, Verdi just
not to chase.
Yeah, just capturing the point for his team. So both teams will still have that Uber charge though. Slight add into the hands of Alloy, but Joey gonna bring his medic's charge up all the way as well. So they should
Honestly,
be ready for the final push.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like Verdi should have chased that, because if Verdi was so close to the medic, if he had chased him and successfully like obtained the pick, pushing last would be so much easier right now.
Yeah, it would have been a full add Uber easy push to last. But there we go, it does look like they intend to push in. Shinka gonna be shiny. Uber's gonna be exchanged off the bat though. It does look like Wine and Cheese a little bit desperate, trying to push in early to get anything at all. But I guess they weren't expecting Apples to have his charge up that fast as well.
Dream jumping straight in, and Alloy getting caught in the crossfire. He's gonna get taken down. Just 3-4 players jumping in all at the same time, and realizing that that's Sentry there.
Verdi in lower lobby once again. They know where he is this time around. No more Verdi voodoo. Verdi gets spotted and singled out. He's going to be at 40 health and finally getting finished off by Destiny's Rocket. It does look like Fruit Salad are going to be able to move forward to recapture this point. So nice try from Verdi once again. Tried to get that lovely back cap, but just didn't manage to play it through.
Yeah, and with Uber advantage in the hands of Fruit Salad right now, they're going to be pushing straight into this mid. They have 2 minutes to do something, so at this point, all of it is just momentum. They're going to have to roll their way through as fast as they can and get to last as quickly as possible before prepping their pushes. Like, it's a time game at this point if they don't want things to go into a golden cap.
That's right. I mean, even we saw Wine and Cheese getting a little bit desperate to try to get an extra point, so it's not to leave this as a tied map, but in the end they paid heavily for it. Lost so many people on that final push, allowing in the end Fruit Salad pushing all the way to mid, and now onto the next point as well. Solly gonna aggressively bomb, trying to get the pick down onto the medic though. Duel is gonna get finished off. He's not able to get the pick down onto Apples. He does get the Uber force though, so Aloe gonna have that very sizable Uber ad, provided the players for the side of Fruit Salad are gonna be able to do anything. Aqua gonna be coming from behind though, getting lots of lovely shots, but the Uber gonna pop up in time for Aloe. Gonna pop that Uber to save his life and his teammates. So Shinka spots the scout right there. Joey gonna get finished off. And unsuccessful capture coming out from Fruit Salad.
With a minute left, this is...
Alloy!
Destiny's getting picked down. And with only a minute left, I'm not sure that Wine and Cheese will be able to do anything with this. But if they push forward fast enough, who knows? You know, with all the momentum that they can obtain, possibly.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they left the scout to capture that point. They're already moving forward, trying to gain some ground inside the lower lobby. But they are going to be dropping quite a few players. Slayer going to be taken down as well. Aqua and Joey going to go to the front lines. Joey taking on the medic successfully. Currently at turn health, going to be finished off in the end. Duel going to be standing on the point, trying to capture it for his team. But it's just going to be a full wipe for Wine and Cheese.
Yeah, and with no scouts on the side of Fruit Salad, I'd say this is pretty much trash time at this point.
Yep, so 27 seconds left on the clock. Fruit Salad players are just going to try to recapture mid, but 22 seconds counting down. It does look like we are going to be able to go into a golden cap round.
Yep. There is no there must be a winner. There can only be one.
There can only be one indeed, so it's just mid-fight DM fights, 8 seconds counting down. Nothing's going to be done for the next 5 seconds. Just jumping around, grabbing ammo and running forward. But that's going to be the first map right now, 2-2. Does look like we are going to go into a golden cap straight away.
Yeah, it was a really back and forth even game, and I do feel like Wine and Cheese were just held at last most of the time. But, you know, they successfully held off the Ubers from the enemy team, and you know, that props to them for being able to defend well. And you know, I was saying like on Gully Wash, it just tends to have the situation. It just tends to have teams that are better or worse than each other equalize, and that's what we're seeing here. We're just seeing a tie game between both Fruit Salad and Wine and Cheese.
Yep, and stats are going to be brought up right now. Destiny topping the scoreboard of damage with 11,900. Dream not too far behind at 11,500. And Surf falling up as well at 11,400. So those three players definitely pumping out all that damage. Teddy Bar going to be at 8.8, falling behind Surf. Despite, you know, all that lovely sticky trap that went down, destroying apples on the midpoint. Damage compared to Surf, a little bit short. Of course, going to take a look at the top fragger as well. It's going to be Surf with a whopping 30 kills, followed shortly after behind with Duel and Dream at 24. Vetia as a scout, topping off at 22, tied together with all the other players, Slayer, Teddy Bar, as well as Destiny. So pretty close in terms of frags among all the players, actually.
Yeah, that no one is burdening at this level. No one can burden, because if someone is not doing what they're supposed to, your team basically is one man lacking, and you know that means you're just gonna lose. And so each of the members on the team are doing what they can, but I definitely it's harder to see scouts doing things in matches because they just tend to play a little more passively, or they just aren't able to find as many opportunities because both teams are playing just more carefully. That's why we see a lot less damage coming out from the scouts. Although Aqua was able to put out significantly more than, you know, his opponents or his like scout partner.
So yeah, just waiting on I think a couple of players for the side of Fruit Salad have disconnected. I'm just waiting for them to come back before we can start the golden cap for this map. Of course.
Okay, I just wanna point out that Destiny did 11,000 damage, but he did 11,000 damage, but he also took 11,000 damage. That is what I mean when he's a meat shield.
Right. Yeah, he did like 11.9 thousand. He took 11.7 thousand. So pretty much as much damage he deals out, he takes to the face as well. So definitely definitely the tank of the team.
Yeah, that's why you see it in the heal stats. He took 41% heals. I haven't seen anyone take that many heals except the last pug I played with TJ.
Whoa, that's like almost half of the entire team heals, with the only person next following up at 21%. For the side of Wine and Cheese though, fairly even distribution, 30% for the Pocket, Teddy Bar at 25, the Scouts at 14, 13, and the Roamer at 12, so fairly even distribution, but yeah, I mean, Destiny man, taking all the heals for himself.
Yeah, well, as long as, you know, I don't particularly think there's anything wrong with taking a lot of heals as long as you're doing something with them. Like, if you're not doing anything with the heals, you should probably just let your medic heal someone else who's more capable. And Surf is also proving himself to be quite a formidable opponent, considering that he took like a lot less heals and put out so much damage. Yeah, his presence is just insane. And, you know, the ability to sticky as a demo is invaluable. Like, I would say Surf is one of the few demo mains left in Asia who's actually capable. Yeah,
so very lovely plays, awesome plays coming up from both teams during the first map. We have ended up in a tie. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 2 bracket Grand Finals. Tonight we are having Wine and Cheese facing off against Fruit Salad for that coveted Golden Dragon. Of course, that is what we're referring to as the medal for the AsiaFortress Cup. So as of right now, the scores are tied 2-2. Just waiting for the team players to ready up before we can move on into a golden cap, and then we can see who is going to be crowned the victor for the first map. And then we will move on to the next map in the map pool, which is going to be CP Snakewater. Another map where mid-fights are going to be extremely lovely to watch, and going to have to see all those amazing plays coming up from both sides as well. Yet to see any, I mean, we did catch some backcaps going on earlier on. Vetia, of course, didn't manage to do a deja vu moment where he backcapped all the way once again. But yeah, nevertheless, good plays coming up from both sides. And yeah, just waiting for them to ready up.
Oh, I don't want a golden cap to end on a back cap, just saying. Like,
Yes!
back caps are just so... Like, they win the game, but they just feel so dissatisfactory to the other team, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Just watching the guy be able to run
Just
behind
run behind
everyone.
alone, and then you just suddenly lose with like a times
You're like,
2 on the final
what?
cap. Yeah, it's just like, oh, come on. So, you know, hopefully we see good last pushes. We see them push the last with Ubers. We see very, very good plays coming out on the last point. We see amazing mid fights, of course, during the golden cap. And yeah, all in all, just waiting on them to show us what they got.
Not. It's just Apples and Slayer. Like, hurry up. I want to watch the game, not the DM.
Yeah, so just waiting on the final 2 players to ready up. Apples, I believe, is AFK at the moment.
They're spiking. Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's why they restarted the game. Actually, they.
Ah, right, yeah. Latency issues. Yeah, Slayer currently at 115 ping. Slowly decreasing. Slayer, yeah, a little bit of a lagging going on.
No, see, this is why we need lands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bring back AF land. Like, come on.
Well, fingers crossed that you know, that we get an AF LAN coming in this year, or who knows in the years to come.
Yeah. Well, it's up to the community.
Definitely up to the community indeed. I mean, show your support, guys. Come on. If you want to see an AF LAN held in our lovely island country, Singapore, and you know, just meet up with all the people that you have played with, and watch some amazing plays live, even. You know, watching them go head to head, watch how they hold their mouse, watch how they move that keyboard, all that lovely stuff.
You're gonna be waiting for Slayer, who actually did time out. This is just downtime for us right now. You wanna have a good conversation? What do you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I don't think I had breakfast actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really that. I'm not really a breakfast person because I'm not a morning person, which means I don't wake up.
So I guess the question right now is, did you even wake up for breakfast?
Oh no, I did not wake up for breakfast. I mean, usually I don't. So I mean, on weekdays I just grab a bite on the way, or just bring it to wherever I need to go and just have it, well, in the lecture hall or wherever it is I am. But yeah, once again, we are just gonna be waiting for Slayer to ready up. I believe he has reconnected. He is just going to be tossing rockets out at people. Everyone else has readied up, so Slayer, in case you forget, please !R. That is, of course, the command to ready up. So just going to be waiting for him.
Ping seems to have stabilized, and when ping stabilizes, you automatically become a god at this game. So, you know...
Oh, there we go.
Yo, here we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Slayer. I think he heard us. !R indeed. So here we go. He is going to be readied up, and they are going to make their way to the midpoint. Reset once again live. Going to be on the next restart. This is going to be the golden cap. It's going to be a winner takes all. Person that takes this round is going to take the map as well. Scores currently 2-2. It's going to see who brings it up to 3-2. And we are going to be live right now. Surf going to follow Surf for his rollout to mid. Once again, it's just another fairly standard roll. I'm going to go by Big Door this time around. Going to spam his stickies up. He's going to go up by elbow so he can spam stickies onto the choke as well as the other side elbow. But Wine and Cheese Man, they have the same idea. They're going to go up from the other side as well. Both teams are going to rotate around onto the other opponent's side of the map. Both men is going to eat a little bit of damage, but it's going to be fine. Shinka and Destiny going to be the first ones to bite the dust during the mid-fight. Joey going to go up front, trying to take down the Dream, but ooh, that mid-air rocket takes him down as well. Teddy Bear going to bite the dust, so that is going to be 2 players down for the side of Wine and Cheese. 2 players down for the side of Fruit Salad as well. Both medics are relatively equal in terms of Uber. Slight add into the hands of Apple. 87 going up against Alloy 77. The Scout going to toe-to-toe, trying to take down Apples though. The Aqua going to try his best to defend his medic. The only person on the point going to be Apple standing alone, yet to reunite with his team. With the Solly going to rocket jump up to reunite together with the medic. So midpoint does look like it's going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad.
Pretty sure the aggression from Fruit Salad that was just better. They were able... both teams didn't do anything wrong. It's just that in the end, you know, through all the DM fights and damage and chipping, players from red team overcommitting a bit too much. It just ends up that Fruit Salad were able to take the point there. And you know, that is actually significant because this is a golden cap. That means that they're going to be the first to have any advantages in this game. So, like being held hostage at last, especially on Gullywash, is
not a happy place.
difficult. Yeah.
So of course, full Uberat into the hands of Fruit Salad. You know, if they want to push in, they have to do it right now. They are currently one player down for the side of Wine and Cheese. Duel going to be spawning in 3 seconds. And there we go, Uber gets popped straight away. Destiny going to get tossed about by the Sentry. The 7th man doing a huge job of taking out so many people that Uber is effectively negated. The Fruit Salad players are just going to back out into River once again. So Uberat goes into the hands of Wine and Cheese.
And Joey trying to sneak some. I think he was just like caught in secret, so he wasn't going to be able to achieve anything. And with Aloy having full Uber advantage, they should be wanting to push out as fast as possible.
Oh, Aloy gets picked though!
The double pipes and the drops.
Oh my goodness. Massive pick coming up from Surf right there. The pipes, man. Medicine from the Dr. Surf. Just tossing those pills into the face of Aloy. Aloy had no choice, eats those two pills and just goes to sleep. Gonna be spawning in 1 second right now. So Uberad goes back into the hands of Fruit Salad. Aggressive bomb gonna be coming in. Apple's gonna be well, not really singled out. The Sully just jumps around all the way to the other side and just...
Yeah, Duel needs help in order to pull out.
Yeah, he's gonna jump on Apples right now. Apple's gonna eat quite a bit of spam, but he's gonna be fine. The teammates come in and just defend him. So once again, they do maintain their hold on the second point right now. They're gonna get into positions once again. Apples has that lovely Uber at 95% going up against Alloy's 42. I do believe they still have his sentry up on the right side. Yep, Shinka gonna bring his sentry up, level 2, 7th man. Currently standing on the right side, watching it for his team. Does look like they intend to push in from Riverside though. Surf just gonna spam out some stickies onto the other side, try to get some damage down onto Alloy. He's gonna be so low. He's gonna try to toss out the stickies and everything. Alloy gonna get taken down once again with a lovely pills coming in from the Doctor and the final cap. There we go.
Oh goodness. So Alloy, I wouldn't want to say Alloy is eating damage, but he kind of is. But as well as the fact that Surf right now is just doing fantastic with his pipe, like those 2 pipes at Shutter were just out of this world, straight into the face of Alloy. I'm not sure if Alloy saw them coming, but if he did, he should have dodged them. Like, just that hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah, that really hurts. I mean, of course, Fruits are going to be very happy once they see those +2 numbers floating up above the ground. So, very, very sad. I mean, you know, Alloy dropping that Uber
that
right
really
at the gate.
was the turning point. Like, that was
what
won
yeah.
that game.
Definitely. So it's, yeah, I mean, once you get that Medipick, you know, they were given free reign. They could push all the way to last. They had a huge Uber ad once again, and they just push it all the way to last, and and they managed to get a pick on Alloy once again. Surf just tossing out his medicine into Alloy's face, and that gave them the round.
Yeah. So not much to say about that golden cap. It definitely just was Surf carrying his team all the way straight into last. And we're gonna be going to Snake Water, so not much to say about Snake Water. I think I've said this before during the previous SYJ versus Fruit Salad. In the fact that Snake Water mids are definitely soldier heavy. The opportunity to double bomb is very strong because of height dominance is very important as always, even on process, but height dominance especially on Snake Water, because once you're up there as a soldier and there are no scouts to stop you, can just spam to your heart's content and back the enemy team out.
Yep, so definitely both teams want to get that high ground during the mid-fights. It does look like all of them are going to be in already, just waiting for them to ready up. Allo and Shinka are going to be the first 2 to ready up straight away. Yeah, so in terms of predictions for this map, I mean, it's been fairly equal on the previous map, Gullywash. In terms of Snake Water, so far, based on the performance by the Solis and the demos and the scouts, who do you think is going to take Snake Water?
Based on the way Des has been playing Soldier so far, I would want to say that Wine and Cheese is going to take it, because you want both soldiers to be performing extremely well. And I'm not saying that Slayer isn't doing anything for his team, but he definitely doesn't have the opportunity to do as much when his combo is pushing a lot more aggressively than he is. So Dream and Duel are both fantastic soldiers, and in terms of taking DM fights, I would say that both of them are actually on an even ground as opposed to like the soldiers on the other team. And that means it's going to come down on Snake Water mid. But like, you can have good soldiers, but if you don't have good scouts to control that high ground, that would mean, you know, your soldier, it's gonna, basically what I'm saying is it's gonna come down to who wins the 1v1 on the top.
Yep, so of course, you know, both scouts from both teams are, you know, very scary. Vetia Aqua, Joey, and of course Shinka. You know, definitely proving their worth during all the fights, taking on people, and just overall, just scary scouts indeed.
The scouts have been doing fantastic, but if anyone's going to pull through in a DM fight, I would say it's going to be Aqua.
Oh, so that is going to be for the side of Fruit Salad.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see who performs better during the mid-fights. And once again, for those of you new viewers just joining in, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Grand Finals for the Division 2 bracket. Tonight we are going to have Wine and Cheese facing off against Fruit Salad. It does look like they have already readied up.
Straight away, so
just want to get the match off to a fast start. Once again, going to follow Surf for his rollout. We are going to be going live on the next restart. So this is going to be the second map for tonight's CP Snakewater. First map was taken by Fruit Salad, that is CP Gully Wash. And yeah, if Wine and Cheese want to stay in the season, they have to take this map out of the hands of Fruit Salad. So yeah, they are just going to start their rollouts to mid. Fairly standard rollout once again, coming in from Surf, going to grab that medium health pack before he decides to go to mid to start spamming. He's going to start spamming straight away. Both Devilmen have the same idea. Surf going to try to deny the scouts from jumping onto the house so they can reach the roof there. Does quite a lot of damage to everyone. He is going to eat quite a lot of damage as well. The medic Apple's going to bring him back up into the healthy range. First person to die is going to be Dream, Slayer, and Shinka going to get finished off. There's going to be 2 players down for the side of Wine and Cheese. Extreme aggression going to be coming in from the side of Fruit Salad though. Trying to push forward to gain so much ground. Midpoint is going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad.
Wine and Cheese, Wine and Cheese just did not aggress fast enough. Like Slayer, as you can see, the moment Slayer jumped in, Wine and Cheese just lost that positioning because Slayer, they were all looking at Slayer like, look at him, he's all the way up in the air, we can't do anything about him. And he lands and just puts out a ton of damage. Especially the fact that Shinka tried to focus back onto Slayer, and that meant that Aqua had 3 shots of him. So that's the first mid in the hands of Fruit Salad.
Yep, so Fruit Salad going to grab that first mid. We are going to have Vetia as a engineer, going to build up the 7th man, watching the point for his team. Level 2 at the moment with the Jag. Going to bring it up really fast, really quickly. Fruit Salad players not too keen on pushing in though. Both medics of course will have that Uber charge ready to go. Just that Fruit Salad will have an additional man on the team to deal with. That is going to be the sentry gun, currently watching the right side from the perspective of Fruit Salad. So I'm not too sure if Fruit Salad is aware of that sentry gun. They should be. Slayer just gonna be down below.
Yeah, they can hear it. They can definitely hear it.
Slayer gonna be down below, making sure there's no sticky traps being set up. Currently no sniper off class for either side though. This is normally what we usually see is people go off to sniper to try to get those medic people to deter them from pushing in or any pick at all.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil indeed!
Sniper.
Shinka goes sniper straight away, tries to get a pick down onto the scout, but he does get bounced about by the rocket back into safety. He is going to be watching the right side as well as lower, so if anyone peeks from there, they're going to have to bear in mind that Shinka is going to be a sniper.
Yeah, Veti's sentry gun actually goes down, which is exactly what you want. You don't want the sentry gun to get in the way of the Uber, and so it going down is probably the best thing that can happen right now. And since it is even Ubers, obviously they're gonna have to pop the Uber on the enemy team if they want to go in. And it's just, I guess, it's either they play the waiting game or they go in right now.
Yep.
There's no other way around it.
Does look like they're opting for that waiting game though. Both medics still holding onto that Uber charge. Shinka just gonna be watching the shutter this time around. Scout movements just jumping through the shutter. He's gonna rotate to the other side to see if he can get anything at all. It does look like the freestyle players intend to push in from the left side. Perspective of the Wine and Cheese, of course, will be the right side. Shinka all classing to spy this time around. Let's hope he remembers to disguise as the correct team this time. Never mind, he decides to go back to sniper, so just running around and changing classes. So
Aqua eating that body shot in the leg. It's gonna be hurting for a while. And I don't know, it's such a passive game, and both teams don't want to lose any players. And honestly, with Shinka off-casting on sniper right now, what I want to see is someone on Wine and Cheese, well not Wine and Cheese, sorry, someone on the side of Fruit Salad just going in for a sack, like maybe send a soldier in and then coming back as a sniper, because, you know, with a sniper on the other team, you're not going to be able to get anything done when your players can't get any long-range kills.
Yep, that's true. Destiny going to try to spam down Shinka. Shinka eats quite a lot of damage, getting taken out to 31, but the health pack or resup is going to bring him back up, so Just trading spam once again. Both teams just staring at each other across the room. 26 minutes and 5 seconds counting down on the clock. Both teams, of course, still have that Uber charge. It doesn't look like they intend to push in though. Verti and Shinka trying to go in, and Uber is going to be popped onto Verti. And Uber, of course, getting popped for the side of Fruit Salad as well. Uber going to end earlier for Fruit Salad. Apple's going to be very, very low. I guess he was forced by the scout push aggression coming in. Destiny going to try to take down the scouts. Verti going to be really low down at 31. Shinka going to be low as well. They're going to try to take down so many people. There's so many people dropping for the side of Wine and Cheese. All they have to do is just stand on the point, and the first round goes to Fruit Salad.
That aggressive push from Wine and Cheese was actually really good, but it didn't turn out the way they wanted because Verti wasn't able to get off enough damage in time, like during the Uber fight, and that meant that post Uber he just had to run away, and Dream going down didn't help either.
Yeah, so that is quite a big shame. They tried to push in there. They did get the force down into Apples, but it just didn't play through the way they wanted it to. And mid-fight is going to go on the way once again. Teddy Bear going to start spamming his stickies onto the other side. Tries to get some damage down into people. Dream being the first one to bite the dust during the mid-fight. That is going to be quite a big hit for the side of Wine and Cheese. They do lose Duel as well. And in the end of the go, they are just going to be backing out all the way once again. So Medic, of course, does stay alive. Fruit Salad players are going to be live and healthy, but Verti comes in and finishes off Apples. Massive pick coming in from Wine and Cheese.
And honestly, that was Slayer's fault. Because Slayer saw the scout run in, but he didn't do enough damage for anything to happen. And we've got Joey trying the same thing, but unfortunately his dreams are gonna be crushed by the soldier. Not able to pull a Verti miracle play. Verti voodoo, I think we're calling it now.
Oh yes, definitely, man. Verti with those voodoo magic, definitely is something that Fruit Salad players have to look out for. They do still have those two scouts down, Aqua and Joey. It does look like Wine and Cheese want to push in to try and get this midpoint. The players of Fruit Salad, they're still trying to contest this though. Aggressive bomb coming from Destiny. Slayer trying to do the exact same thing and follow up, but he's just going to be bounced about. Currently his health at 69. He's going to back out once again through the kitchen and lower area.
They didn't see the trap on Crate, and Alloy died to it or something.
Apple's gonna be really low, but the Demo Man does come in and save his life. So the only person up is gonna be Teddy Bar for the side of Wine and Cheese. That's very bad.
Are just making so many mistakes right now on mids at last, and especially on that mid fight. Alloy dropping was the worst thing possible because no one checked for the sticks.
Ooh, the
and
stickies.
They just turned a winning situation into them holding last once again.
Yeah, so currently Shinka is going to be off-classing to Spy once again. I'm going to see if I can get into his perspective. He's all the way behind them already though. He knows where the medic is. He's going to declo. He's going towards the medic. He gets the backstab. That is going to be Apples with that full Uber gone. And Shinka somehow gets away scot-free. He's hiding underneath the staircase. They don't know where he is. They can't even find him. He's cloaked and he's still alive. He gets that backstab and he gets away scot-free as well. He's going to try to recapture that point. Quite a lot of frags getting traded around inside lower lobby. Destiny and Slayer currently still alive. Slayer, well, not Slayer anymore. He gets finished off, goes to heaven, and the remainder of Fruit Salad players are going to be spawning in and slowly making their way back to the front lines. But that backstab, man, huge.
Yeah, that backstab just basically, it didn't save the game, but it definitely put them in a better position than they were in the first place. And so now with a ton of Uber ad, they're probably gonna try and decide to push out since they are 1 point down. They're gonna have to take it slow, I guess. Many players are up on Fruit Salad already, so they're gonna be having Dream peeking slowly through. Not sure, they have to check for the sticks everywhere, and that's why Sub is such a good demo man. He knows where to put the stickies and make sure that the team is constantly scared to just walk anywhere.
Yeah, so Wine and Cheese a little bit paranoid now, and so this is going to give Fruit Salad a lot of time to build up their charge, and they're doing so very, very well. 92% going up to full charge already. Destiny going to eat quite a bit of spam, but the health pack is going to bring him back up to the healthy range. He's going to jump back to get the other health pack, but he's going to be finished off by Teddy Bar Stickies coming in from out of nowhere. Wine and Cheese player is going to try to jump the medic, and Apples does pop his Uber, but Slayer gets a lovely air shot finishing off Dream. Slayer going to be pushed forward to try to take down even more people. Verti going to be under the point right now. He's going to get finished off. Ooh, so many players going to be dropping for the side of Wine and Cheese. They can just push to last straight away. And that's what they want to do. Slayer going toe-to-toe against Duel. Aggressive solid bomb coming in from Dream as well. And ooh, he's going to get finished off. And the spawners for the side of Wine and Cheese are going to be spawning in. And the medic and the demo man finally get the point for their team once again. 2-0 in favor of Fruit Salad.
Fruit Salad is just making a lot less mistakes, and that Uber ad that Alloy had was at least 60%, but they just didn't push out in time. They were just scared to move, and you know, passiveness is your downfall. You might as well go for it because if you're just gonna stay there, you know, you're losing ads.
Yeah,
all
that's
the
right.
time.
Yeah. So that, I mean, from that Uber ad, in the end they just lost everything, and despite getting the force down into apples, and yeah, well, mid-fight is going to be on the way already, and Wine and Cheese, man, they're losing so many players. The only people are going to be Teddy Bar and Alloy, and they're just going to back up to the last once again. Teddy Bar just going to try to set up some sticky traps onto the onto the wall right now. But Fruit Salad, man, they only lose Slayer. Slayer's spawning in right now, and they're just making their way forward already. And yeah, I mean, mid-fights, man.
It really, like, I don't want to say it, but Fruit Salad is just dominant right now. Their mid fights have been better, their Uber fights have been better, their pushes have just been better in general. And if Wine and Cheese can't put themselves together, they're gonna be finding themselves on a 5-0 road. Like, even though they've been held at last for a really long time, if they're not able to push out of it, then, you know, they're never gonna find any success, especially since they're not winning any mid fights.
Alloy gets dropped again! Alloy drops with that full Uber charge, coming in the damage from Destiny as well as Surf. So once again, I mean, it's gonna be another easy cap for Fruit Salad. There they are, they're just gonna stand on the point and capture it for their team.
Oh man, Alloy has dropped 3 times in the last, I don't even know, but every time he's dropped, it's been Surf.
Yeah, every time he's dropped, it's been Surf. I mean, Surf's pills have been so massive and so scary.
We got the tactical pause.
Yeah, not a tactical pause. Alloy crashed, so apparently those pills coming from Surf, man, definitely messed up not only Alloy's Uber charge, but his internet connection as well. So very scary pills indeed.
The internet and into your modem.
Yeah, straight away. Definitely Surf, man, tossing out those pills onto Alloy. Just huge.
Yeah, if Wine and Cheese doesn't find some way to put themselves together, to really find out what they're doing wrong and fix it now, they're gonna be having a lot. You know, I don't want to end this. I don't want to end this on a 5-0 row, and I don't think anyone in chat wants this to end on a 5-0 row. I'm certain none of the players want it to end on a 5-0 row. So.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Fruit Salad does, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, but the timer left on the clock for the server is going to be 19 minutes and 42 seconds counting down. With Alloy crashing, that is going to be a bit of a setback for the side of Wine and Cheese. That means the medic is not going to be able to follow the team up to mid when he reconnects. And of course, he's going to have a slight disadvantage in terms of Uber charge. Apple's already at 17%, Alloy currently at 7%. When he rejoins, he's going to be back down to 0. So yeah, Wine and Cheese, man, they're going to have to play a little bit passively, a little bit carefully during that mid-fight.
Yeah, if anything, they might have to give the mid entirely, unless, you know, unless Fruit Salad is like feeling nice today, like, you know,
let's
that
restart.
Wasn't really a
yeah.
mid-fight. Let's restart the mid-fight. You know, everyone go back to spawn. We'll just roll out all over again.
Highly unlikely though. This is the grand finals after all. You take whatever opportunity you can get. But yeah, we're just waiting for Alloy to reconnect. And once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, so welcome once again. This is going to be the grand finals for AsiaFortress Cup Season 10, the Div 2 bracket. Tonight we are going to have Fruit Salad going up against Wine and Cheese. Both teams very strong, but as of right now, currently, Fruit Salad, man, just coming out on top. So, I mean, you know, previously there has always been this curse where you have a 2-0 lead or any form of lead at all of a sudden the other team is going to have a massive comeback. So, I mean, do you see that happening for Wine and Cheese?
Wine and Cheese have the potential to win. Like, these both teams are very even in terms of players, in terms of skill. But honestly, right now, Surf is just on fire. And if they can't shut down Surf, like, the thing about Surf as well is that he also plays a fairly passive style of demo, and that means that he's constantly defended by everyone else. So to focus down Surf is also very difficult, because in order to kill him, you have to kill everyone else.
Yeah, that's true. So definitely, yeah, Surf is probably the shining beacon inside Fruit Salad right now.
He's top scoring, like, you know, besides the medic, he's top scoring on his team by 7 points, and based on his plays alone, he's proven himself to be like he's proven himself to be one of the better players that are shining here.
Definitely indeed. And just bring up the tab scoreboard. I mean, comparing the scores for both sides, I mean, look at Fruit Salad And look at Wine and Cheese. Look at those the difference in the scores. It's just quite a big difference.
Well, maybe this pause will give Wine and Cheese the opportunity to fix things and figure out what they're doing wrong. You know, it's downtime. They can point out mistakes that are happening and coordinate a little better because their team fights just have been, well, practically horrendous so far.
Yep, so hopefully Vetia starts, you know, I don't know, sacrifices an animal or something and brings his voodoo magic back. But Alloy does look like he is going to reconnect into the server, so the unpause should be going down fairly shortly. Yeah, once again, man, just waiting for Wine and Cheese to have that comeback. I'm sure that's what everyone wants to see. Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, we don't want to see a 5-0 roll. That is not nice to watch at all. So we want to see that comeback coming in from Wine and Cheese. We want to see lovely plays coming up from Wine and Cheese, of course. I want to see Teddy Bar with his sticky traps once again. That sticky trap on mid and Gully Wash taking down Apples. That was huge for their team. And just waiting for something like that to happen again. I mean, it happened for Surf with Surf sticky traps on mid and taking out Alloy. But, I mean, yeah, we're just waiting for Wine and Cheese to shine as well.
Yeah. Hopefully things will happen and there will be a turnaround. Well, we're just waiting for Alloy to come back. His internet apparently has not been very stable lately. And I don't know. It's so far besides Surf. Oh, never mind. Well, I'm pausing. Finally, we can go into the fight.
Yeah, so there we go. Rollout once again. Surf, of course, going to continue his rollout to mid. Alloy just going to be joining in right now. The players from Wine and Cheese, of course, are just going to hang back at that second point. The Scout, of course, going to try to build his charge up as soon as possible. Apples and the rest of his team, they're not building the charge up as of yet, though. They should take this opportunity. You know, Wine and Cheese are nowhere to be seen. They should just try to get the charge up as soon as possible. Currently, they do still have a very slight ad, 67 going up against 51 for the side of Wine and Cheese, but that gap is going to close very soon. So, of course, midpoint is, of course, going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad effortlessly. Alloy going to have his charge up at 75 compared to Apple's 87 and counting. Both teams just trying to look at each other, trying to get positions.
Dream might go down. He's taken a lot of damage. He is actually overextended a bit without his medic into that saw side, and that means that Fruit Salad are definitely going to push here with a one-man ad and even Ubers. Duel actually also going to go down, and this is disastrous with no soldiers to push out the Uber on.
They're gonna back out. They're gonna back out, but they do have that Uber popped onto Vetia as well as Shinka. Shinka gonna be shiny and running around, but it's not gonna prove much though. They have no choice but to back out. So big shame that both Solis went down. Couldn't do anything at all to defend that point, and it's gonna be a dry push coming in from Fruit Salad. They're just gonna try to take down people. Aqua gonna be the first one to go down though. Destiny gonna eat quite a lot of spam, but yeah, Fruit Salad players, they're just gonna back out to stay safe.
Fruit Salad did try to push in a far right. Like that was an okay decision to make, but unfortunately it didn't work out because they weren't able to kill things fast enough. And we've got Fruit. That means that Wine and Cheese is gonna push out all the way. Vetia taking down Slayer, but Slayer saying no. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Directs him straight to the face.
Yeah, so Fruit Salad are going to back out to mid to defend it once again. Now, Uber slide out into the hands of Wine and Cheese, 77 and going up in 60% for Apples. And yeah, they're just going to stand a little bit far back, keeping an eye out on the lower side, the kitchen side, as well as the saw room. Just going to spam at each other, try to deter anyone from coming in. Duel, of course, going to be hanging down below, just keeping his eye out. Just slowly going to inch his way forward there. Going to be a little bit sticky trap set up top though, so if he goes out that way, it could mean a very sad and explosive death for him. He's yet to come out of that side though. Ubers are going to be equal right now, so both teams of course just going to start spamming each other. No, not anymore. Dream going to pop the Uber onto himself, tries to get a jump onto the medic Apples, but Apples pops his Uber as well, so an apple a day keeps Dream away. And there we go, the Uber is going to end for the side of Wine and Cheese. They do lose Alloy as well as Duel, as well as Shinka. Dream going down shortly after. The only people that being Vetia as well as Teddy Bar. Vetia gonna flank around, has his sights onto the medic though. Apple's gonna be singled out alone, but he gets finished off. A big shame. Vetia could have get that awesome pick, but it's gonna be a full wipe from Wine and Cheese. They're already gonna be pushing all the way towards their spawn. Sticky trap's gonna be set down by Surf already. Destiny gonna jump the other side to try to take down anyone coming up from that side, which they do. And the only person in the front line is gonna be Apple's gonna be taken down to 70 health, 22, and finally getting finished off. Surf gonna back out as well.
Yeah, that I don't know. It's hard for us to say because they didn't know that the spawners were coming up immediately, so they tried to establish their dominance on the mid point. But that meant that, you know, the medics committed in, and with the return frags coming out from Wine and Cheese, they're gonna have to just back out all the way to second. Even though they still, and especially since they lost their medic, they're gonna be running at uber disadvantaged. And Wine and Cheese have to push here because they are at 3 rounds. They are 3 rounds down. They have to do something.
Yeah, they can't play too passively. 16 minutes and 3 seconds counting down for the server clock. Yeah, they are 3 rounds down, so they have to capture 3 rounds within this time. I mean, anything is possible. We could possibly push into another golden cap, and mid fight is going to go underway again. Another aggressive ball coming from Slayer, gets the pick down onto Alloy. That is the medic con once again for Wine and Cheese. Full Uberat into the hands of Fruit Salad. The scouts coming in, trying to get the pick on Apples as well. We're going to rotate around. Apples, of course, still up and well. Well, not anymore. Gets taken down by Teddy Bar, jumping in out of nowhere. And the cleanup coming in from Wine and Cheese. Destiny so low and getting finished off. The only player at the front line right now is going to be Slayer.
It's going to be a snake water mid. MGE fight with
Scout against Solly right now.
Verti
wins!
And he wins!
Verti wins the fight against the Solly. He gets taken out at 47 though. Now he's going toe-to-toe against Joey. Another mid-fight DM. Verti going toe-to-toe. 10 health and finally getting picked off by Joey. Midpoint still into the hands of Fruit Salad. Arco going to be a sniper. Has his sights onto Alloy once again. Trying to get the pick down. Trying to get that hit shot. But Alloy's still up and well. And he does back out through the soul room. So midpoint still in the hands of Fruit Salad.
Wow, that was unfortunate. Verti had to deal with 2 1v1s, and you know, you can't expect too much from him, especially since he was already 60 health, and that's just gonna mean that Wine and Cheese are gonna not be able to cut that mid. But Destiny fighting off Joey and Destiny fighting off Shinka and Dream, getting 2 picks, and with so many people going down on Fruit Salad, that's just, I mean, we're going down on Wine and Cheese. That means Fruit Salad should be able to get second pretty much for free right now.
They're not too keen on pushing in so quickly though. They're just slowly inching the way forward. Aqua going to be the first one to stand on the point as a sniper. Both medics will have that Uber charge ready to go, so Aqua just going to peek around to try to see if he can get any pick whilst capturing the point together with one of the Solis, I guess, Slayer. Yeah, so they are going to move forward to try and capture the final point once again. Sticky Trap's going to be laid down by Surf up top. The Uber is going to be popped for the side of Wine and Cheese. Dream going to be shiny, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything. The Uber is going to be popped for the side of Fruit Salad. This is going to be a much better Uber, but the player is going to be bounced about. Going to be seeing some shiny players jumping in. Destiny going to bomb straight onto the med, taking Alloy down once again. Dream falling shortly after. Teddy Bar going to heaven as well. Duel, the only player up at the front lines. Aqua going to try to do anything, and once again, 4-0.
Again, like, Wine and Cheese's Ubers right now are just terrible. They're just not good. They're not getting anything done with them. I saw Alloy pop onto Dream just because Dream was about to die and not because, you know, they wanted to take a push in. And that meant, you know, a Dream suicides on the mid. This is some new strat.
So right off the bat, they're going to be one solely down. Shinka is going to be a heavy weapons guy this time around. So a little bit of a shuffle right now for the roster. Shinka going to be a heavy to mid. Well, it does look like they intend to give up mid though. Not too keen on contesting anything at all. Duo going to be jumping back a little bit low. Going to grab that health point to bring him back up.
Maybe this is the strategy they need for a turnaround. Maybe, you know, they'll be inspired by looking at Shinka's
possibly, yeah,
Australian.
Yeah. Just looking at that shiny minigun and gonna bring the morale back up. Both medics gonna have that Uber charge ready to go. So Fruit Salad gonna be not too keen on pushing in as of now. They do know that Wine and Cheese are still holding on to that Uber charge, and they do have that heavy weapons guy as well. So Dream gonna try to peek around, toss out some damage, and it does look like they intend to pop the Uber onto Shinka though. And they do. And they do. They're gonna try to push in with a shiny heavy weapons guy, pushing to mid straight away. Dream gonna be shiny, trying to get the aggressive bomb down onto the medic. Duel gonna jump around as well. Teddy Bar gonna set up some sticky traps, and that is about it. Apple's gonna pop his Uber charge to save his teammates. He does lose Destiny as well as Aqua though. Wine and Cheese still fully up and alive. Shinka gonna be the first one to bite the dust. They do successfully focus down that heavy weapons guy. Joey going down as well. So Duel falling shortly after, and Wine and Cheese, man.
Then an unorthodox strategy that actually worked out fairly well, but unfortunately, because Shinka is not slow and fast enough, he can't like rush in.
Aggressive bomb down onto Apples. Dream
going down to Dream's bomb. That's fantastic. And with Hughes at right now, they should be able to take mid. And this is exactly the kind of turnaround that they need. They actually want a fight, and they're gonna be able to min mid significantly.
Yeah, there they go. They are going to be stacking on the point, but Slayer going to be coming from behind, getting shots down onto Alloy, taking him down once again.
What?
Slayer hiding behind, jumps all the way through, taking down Alloy straight away once again, and a lovely shot coming out from Aqua, the sniper, taking out Vetia with a body shot, but that is, well, that still counts. It's still a kill. Currently Apples with a very slight Uber at 25% going up against Alloy 0. Alloy only spawning in right now, but they are going to be trying to capture this second point. Destiny going to be jumping in, trying to take down people. He does get finished off in the end. Duel, of course, going to finish him off. Surf going to be setting up some sticky traps, but he gets finished off as well, so it does look like Wine and Cheese want to push in. Apple's going to be really low with the scout coming in. Joey going to save his life right there. So, yeah, full Uber at still into the hands of Wine and Cheese, though. Fruit Salad, but Wine and Cheese, what are they doing?
I don't know. Alloy has just been dying a lot this game whenever he shouldn't be. He was in a pretty secure position among his team, but Slayer just jumped in, was someone able to pick him.
Alloy.
And I don't really think it's Alloy's fault.
Alloy's so low, getting finished off again, gets picked off by Joey. The only person he had around to heal was a scout or, Vetia, and Vetia just got picked off. And 10 minutes and 22 seconds counting down. The only players up for the side of Wine and Cheese are just going to be Duel and Teddy Bar.
Yeah, and with a 4-0 advantage, all they need to do is actually just slow it down. It's grand finals. They could do that if they wanted a boring game, but doesn't seem like they're going to be. They're constantly pushing for it, and with a huge Uber advantage, they can just choose to go in and destroy them. Oh, but we have some aggressive scout players coming in. They know they have to boss up the Uber. They managed to do so, and now they're just going to be trying to run away. Dream getting taken down extremely low, going down. Teddy Buck
Shinka still on the point though. He has his sights onto Aqua, trying to take him down, and gets lovely shots tossing out at Apples. Apples finally going down. Shinka together the medic. Alloy getting taken down once again, but Shinka still alive, tries to do some damage. But he does get that successful pick down onto Apples though. But Alloy of course going to have that slightly later respawn time.
It's really just Wine and Cheese throwing players at the point right now. They are just playing as aggressively as they can. They know that they don't really have that much time, considering that the enemy team has the 4 advantage, and they're just going. Like Vetia just ran in there, unable.
Yeah.
Like he wanted something, but you know you can't really do anything. Just solo scout.
I mean, a little bit desperate plays coming from Wine and Cheese. They're just trying to toss everyone at the team, even though they're sending people in one by one. And they're really paying for it. And, well, I mean, sometimes it's paying off. Look at that. They're taking down quite a number of people. 5 people going down. The only person not being Apples. And it does look like that is a successful play coming out from Wine and Cheese.
It's the meme squad strategy where if you're not winning with even Uber ads, that means you just keep pushing in even on this ad. And, you know, it's working so far.
Yeah, so far it is going to be working. Duel already spawn camping that forward spawn, tossing out some rockets onto the people. Apple's not too keen on going out. He does know that they are going to be quite a number of Wine and Cheese players watching that spot. Yet to no picks down onto the medic for the side of Fruit Salad though. Apple's still alive. Aqua going to be a sniper down below. Tries to get a headshot down onto Alloy, but not too successful as of now. He is still currently inside that forward spawn, but he does go for that back spawn indeed. 8 minutes and 5 seconds counting down. 4-0 lead currently in the favor of Fruit Salad. Vetia going to try to push forward. The Ubers are going to be popped right now. Apple still holding on to his. Pops is in the end, stands on the point alone, but are going to reunite together with Slayer. The scouts are going to be scattered about and finally getting picked and finished off. Someone going to be standing on the point though. Slayer drops down to finish him off as well. Slayer yet to reload his rocket launcher, having some trouble. Teddy Bar going to eventually get taken down. Alloy falling shortly after, the only person up being Dream. Going toe-to-toe against the Solly, finishes him off mid-air, but he dies to the laws of gravity.
The fantastic pipes just taking down Dream as he jumped in. And that aggressive Uber push, I don't know, it might have worked, it might not have, and in the end, it just fell in the favor of Fruit Salad. You got Duel jumping in aggressively and getting out damage out on Destiny, and just people, they're constantly going in.
Yeah.
They're just trying, and now Alloy is actually running the crit screen with Shinka on heavy. I don't want to say they're throwing, but they might be.
Aqua though, oh, he does get finished off by Shinka's heavy in the end. So yeah, once again, like you mentioned, Alloy gonna be on crit screen, Shinka gonna be on the heavy weapons guy. Does look like Shinka's gonna be in the pocket this time around. Crit heavy, of course, gonna be a little bit scary. But Apple's gonna have his Uber charge up relatively soon, 97%. Alloy currently only at 79. He is gonna be a little bit low. Shinka gonna get arrowed and healed up once again. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, 6 minutes and 39 seconds counting down. They really need some Verti Voodoo magic for something to go down. Duel is going to try to jump in to get anything done at all, but he's going to get finished off. Kritzkrieg going to be ready right now, but the Uber, of course, going to be ready for the side of Fruit Salad.
Yeah, and you're running something that...
There we go, Kritzkrieg pops, but I mean the Uber is just... Surf just hiding behind the corner, finally getting finished off.
He knows he can't take any damage, just sending that reloading rockets in that space.
Just body blocking. Alloy eventually getting finished off as well. The scout going to come in from behind, trying to take down Shinka. Eventually getting finished off as well. Joey tries to do his job, but heavy weapons guy just too much to handle. Too much health right there. And I mean, 5 minutes, a little under 6 minutes counting down. 3 players up for the side of Fruit Salad. Full roster up for the side of White and Cheese, but then nobody at the front lines right now. Shinka still a heavy weapons guy pushing all the way to mid. Verti, of course, alone at the front line is going to get finished off. Shinka just shooting as much bullets onto anyone as he can find on his screen. Gonna get finished off by Joey as well. And they're just losing their players. They're just losing all their players one by one. And that's just not what they need right now.
Yeah, they are effectively approaching trash time at this point. If they can't win a single round right now, they're basically done. And I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing because they are playing as aggressively as they can, but without any coordination within this aggression, they're just falling to pieces again and again.
It's just a big shame, yeah.
Yeah, it's keeping them in the game, but it's not helping them win anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pushing forward and back. You know, they yet to capture the midpoint. They did capture it earlier on. We did see some lovely pushes coming out from Wine and Cheese, of course. And Fruit Salad, they're just standing strong. They do have that full Uber charge ready to go. Destiny going to be a sniper this time around. Shinka going to get taken down. That is 2 players down for the side of Wine and Cheese. The scout going to come in, but lovely headshot coming out from Destiny, taking down Verti straight away. So Destiny not going to be playing solely this time around. Going to off-class the sniper straight away. Slayer going to be finished off. But that full Uber ad in the hands of Apples just probably might just pop it right here to save his scout. Maybe not. Yeah, he does. Pops it to go against Teddy Bar and the medic. Alloy still holding on to that Kritzkrieg 55% and climbing. Joey whips out his melee weapon, but couldn't do anything at all. So they are just going to have to back out.
They're throwing. Both teams are effectively throwing.
Yeah, they're just messing around right now. So Destiny is all the way behind. Gets a nice shot down to Alloy, but it's just not enough to take him down. Wine and Cheese just going to be standing on the point. Aqua going to be running around on the point as well, trying to single out the medic. The heavy, of course, Shinka just going to be standing there trying to toss out some shots onto everyone. Fruit Salad just going to start losing players, but
gotta farm as much DPM as possible.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, 3 minutes and 47 seconds counting down. I think both teams are aware about the outcome of this map as well. Yeah, so currently 4-0 lead in favor of Fruit Salad, but Wine and Cheese, man, it does look like they intend to try to at least get a single point onto the scoreboard. Dream already going to be jumping forward. Duel got to jump onto the 2 Solis right there, taking both of them down. But no point though, we've yet to capture that next point. There's just all the way at last, they're just probably just going to have a DM fight all the way. Shinka going to be right there, just taking out people with his minigun. And yeah, they're probably just having fun. They're probably just having fun, not even bothered to capture that point. They do know, you know, nothing's going to change the outcome anymore. Surf melees down Duel right there. At 3 health too, so just 3 minutes and 5 seconds of just messing around, getting stats for their team, for their stat sheets and logs and stuff.
It really is unfortunate that it had to end this way. I feel like putting 4-0 on the board was really the killing blow for...
Yeah. I mean, even on Gully Wash, it was so close. It even went into a golden cap. But I mean, just on Gully Wash, I don't know why. Wine and Cheese, you know, they just started crumbling. Cracks started to form. They just started dropping players. Alloy, of course, going down so many times thanks to Surf. And just, I don't know. It was just maybe the momentum just stopped.
Wine and Cheese have been playing too passively tonight, is what I would say. If I'm thinking of I can name at least 2 situations where they have had significant Uber ad, but they just did not push with it, and that ended in them losing a point.
Yeah.
Like one on Gully Wash, especially. I think it was on the second round, where they had 80% Uber and they just did not push through the choke. They decided it wasn't worth it, and they waited there until it was even, and then they tried and lost the fight and got pushed all the way back to last.
So I mean, they have to capitalize on situations, you know, where they know they have their Uber ad. Now we just see Fruit Salad just pushing forward. It does look like they intend to end this, but Apples gets finished off with that back, you know, people pushing from behind. Surf already going to be standing on the point, and does look like it's going to bring the score 5-0. in favor of Fruit Salad, and that is going to be that for tonight's map.
Yeah, we were 5-0 Mercy rule kicking in with 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock, and well, I guess congratulations to Fruit Salad. They are now grand champions of AsiaFortress Division 2.
Indeed, the grand champions of the Div 2 bracket for AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. Bringing up the stats, of course, once again, Surf top damaging 8.9 thousand damage. Destiny and Aqua following behind 8.1 coming up from Destiny and Aqua 7.9. So Shinko, of course, being a as we can see all his classes right there: Scout, Heavy, Sniper, Spy, as well as Engineer, topping the damage scoreboard at 7.2.
Highlander on his own, huh?
Yeah, definitely some Highlander plays coming from Wine and Cheese. A bit of a shame though, Vetia is going to be a little bit far down below, 5.3 thousand damage though coming out from him. A little bit above Joey at 5.2, but yeah, in terms of top fraggers, of course we are going to have Aqua, 32 kills right there. So huge, standing head and shoulders above Slayers right there, falling behind at 24, tied together with Destiny, Surf at 23. So Aqua definitely the top fragger, and one of the top damages, the third place top damager even. So
yeah, but I would say that they had players that were outperforming other people on Fruit Salad, on Wine and Cheese, but at this level it comes down to more than just pure DM. Team Fortress 2 is a DM based game where the better you are, the more advantages you're gonna have over the other team. But you can't just I can't just peg it down to the fact that they were being outperformed. I will also peg it down to the fact that Wine and Cheese were just being outplayed.
yeah, just there's so much aggression coming up from Fruit Salad off the bat for Snakewater. And even though they were sort of evenly matched during the gully wash matches, they're tying the scoreboard 2-2, and then Fruit Salad finally take it during the Golden Cap 3-2. But in the end, on Snakewater, it's just a big shame that we didn't get to see a closer match. Instead, we get to see a 5-0 roll straight to the end.
Yeah.
Quite disappointed with that outcome, though. But nevertheless, good plays coming from both teams, of course. Both teams, of course, did try their best.
Some interesting new strategies from the top division.
Yeah, indeed. Running Heavy to mid, Chris Krieg on the Heavy, and just with Fruit Salad just body blocking with that Uber charge. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that Verdi wasn't able to bring his Verdi Voodoo Magic tonight. But Wine and Cheese, of course, they were no slouch. They did perform pretty well. They did a very good job. But in the end, man, Fruit Salad just took the cake.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Fortunately, it wasn't as long as we'd have liked and expected it to be, but, Fruit Salad did very well tonight, and that's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, is there going to be an interview?
I don't think we have people inside the Discord right now, though. So yeah, so
everyone's in mumble.
Yeah, a bit of a shame, but yeah, that is gonna be the match for tonight. Fruit Salad going up against Wine and Cheese. Congratulations to Fruit Salad for taking the Golden Dragon home. I think BB is gonna be very happy inside Australia. Probably gonna be jumping up and down like a kangaroo. So that is gonna be the match for tonight. Thank you, Vetia, of course, for shoutcasting with me.
Alright, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Nice,
Fantastic.
Always a pleasure to have you too. And yeah, we did see some lovely TF2 tonight. Very good plays, of course, coming up from both teams. But Fruit Salad in the end, fruits keep you healthy, and too much wine is not good for your health as well. So Fruit Salad, of course, is going to take the Golden Dragon home. Lovely medal's going to be placed on their chest once it gets released. So yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. And I guess we'll see you the next season. Yeah. Just wait for AFC 11, I guess. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. So I guess we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Good night.